Welcome to Hope for Survival YouTube. Thanks for tuning in. Again, I appreciate you coming back and checking out our informational videos and returning each time for those that offer feedback. Much appreciated. Thank you. I'm trying to do videos to give you pertinent information to help you in preparedness, and occasionally I may talk about something on the world stage that we should stay focused on, that the ramifications of it could result in impacting us on the local level. All I can do is share the information with you. What you do with it is totally up to you. In this video, I want to talk about an important topic. No, it's not my favorite topic of risk assessment and management, on how we prepare for things where we're vulnerable, and how we're going to get around those vulnerabilities. But today I want to talk about another topic that is critical in your day-to-day preparedness, and especially if and when times escalate to the point where you're in a WROL or without rule of law situation at home or in your community. And this falls into the area of planning. I know you all love to hear the planning word, because so many of you are not doing plans. You have it all in your head on how every piece of equipment works and who's going to do what task and so on and so forth. I just have a question for you. If something happens to you, where does that leave your loved ones and your community, your tribe, your mag, whatever you want to call your trusted agents? So, more specifically, I want to talk to you about an important step that I know no one's taking on the medical side. We all look at medical information as kind of private. Understand that very much. Who wants neighbors to know what medical conditions you may have, or what medicines you may be required to take to keep you from having medical events? Whether it's you, a spouse, a child, someone that's living in your home or next door to you. But these things are really important. It could be an episode or an event caused by numerous things, whether it's a natural or man-made event. You may live rural. You may live in such an area that emergency responders cannot get to you. There may not be emergency responders available to get to you. There could be roadblocks, there could be floods, ice, traffic, and it could be a medical event where every second counts. So the whole point here is, how are you planning on your end to take steps to hopefully have the ability and skills and equipment to save a family member's life, or someone in your community's life. Okay, so to get it down to plans, we have individuals all around us who are fitting in with skills, who play an important role. Okay, but does everyone know all the skills that other people may offer? Does everyone know medical conditions that if they're the first on the scene and there's someone down that can't talk, they can't tell you medical conditions they may have, how are you going to know it? And without knowing what kind of condition they may be suffering from, how are you going to know how to treat it, right? So I have a form that I put together, and it's for each individual in your home and each individual in your community who are willing to give it out. It is close hold information. It shouldn't be distributed around other than to trusted agents or individuals who may be the one that goes to support and aid the individual who may be down. That's a case by case situation on your end. You'll have to make that determination. But you have everyone fill out this form, and in your team meetings, if there's anything that is critical or pertinent on any of these forms, you will discuss it so that you can plan accordingly, right? Um, and I'll go over the form with you now. So here you see a personal information worksheet for medical, and it's labeled personal information protect accordingly. And you'll put the person's name, you'll put their address where they live, if they're working, a phone or cell phone number, and then under the medical area, you'll want to list, do they have any allergies? Do they have medications for the allergies? Um, and also what medicines they may be allergic to. Medicines that you must have daily to prevent life threatening outcomes. This might be um, something for the heart, seizures, epilepsy, or any other medical issue that others should know about. Okay. Um, and it could be, uh, you could have fallen, you may have a back injury. And if you already have a pre existing condition, possibly with your spine, you'll want to note that as well. Do you have any other issues medical professionals should know about in the event you can't speak for yourself during an emergency? This is what I was speaking of earlier. What's your average heart rate and blood pressure? If someone responds to you and they have the equipment and they check your heart rate and your pulse and so forth, if they know your average and it's running extremely high, it's important information to know. Do you have in possession a supply of medicines that you may need if you cannot access a local pharmacy for resupply? A lot of folks go month to month, um, and they're totally dependent upon that medication being available from the pharmacy. They don't get extra. I know many of us who are in preparedness have worked over the last couple of years to get stock to have some of these medications available. Diabetes is one of the big ones. Um, if you don't have medications and you can't get them through a doctor and a pharmacy because they won't write you a script for it, you can check at Jace Medical at this link on here at jacemedical.com, or you can check at Insulin Hub buy insulin and diabetes medications online. I have bought blood pressure medicine through insulinhub.com to have on hand, and I've also used Jace Medical as well to buy a Jace case for antibiotics to have on hand. Okay, these things are uh, you'll have to gauge the pricing compared to what you normally pay. I have found some things are cheaper and some things are a little higher. Blood pressure medicine I have found for a year supply is actually less than what I pay through a local pharmacy. Do you have a special diet? Have you stocked food resources to supplement your special diet. Are you on a gluten diet? Do you have to have gluten uh, free foods? Anything that your family may need medically in the food line, you need to prepare for it now in the event you can't get it from the local corner market. Do you possess any special skills that would contribute to aiding in a medical situation? Is there anyone in your family or anyone on your team, in your neighborhood, your community team that offers special skills medically, maybe the dental field and the psychiatric field, that you might want to know who they are and where they are? Because if you have a situation and you don't have skills that you know of, by getting the information on this form, then you would know one, two, or three, ever how many doctors, nurses, and so forth, professionals who can come to your aid, um, probably quicker than getting an ambulance. And lastly, on the form, it's a local POC name and number and an out of town POC and number. Sometimes, sometimes when disasters occur, natural type disasters, phones are tapped out in the local area and you can't get a call out for help. However, you will likely can reach out and go out of state to a person and it go through. Okay, this is important for this. It's important on your PACE plan because if House A can't communicate with House C, right, and you're rural and a little distance between you, and circumstances won't allow you just to go straight to the house, you might be able to call or text message to the out of state person who should be aware and know when you reach out to them what it's for. And you could give them a number to contact the secondary home near you to get information to them. So instead of a direct communication link, you're going to have a hub to reach out to then get that information to that person. And this is really important. Okay. So again, these are some basics, but I would encourage you to pass this to your teammates and their spouses. Get this information. Um, Start pre-planning. If you have individuals that have special medical needs, if you don't have the medicinal ability to treat them, what are some secondary ways you may be able to do it through alternative medicines? You don't want to pull out a book and have to look it up and then go find it at the time of the emergency. So for each of these individuals with special needs, now is the time to document and pre-planning for them. Okay, yep, it's work. Um, it requires some detail, a little bit of time, but it may save a life. Okay, so I'll be mailing this form out to all the Hope for Survival Signal folks. If you would like to have the form and you're not in the Hope for Survival Signal group, you can email me at preparedness101@protonmail.com and I will get it out to you. Okay? So good luck with it. So there you have it. So as you're building all your plans and you're running through your checklist and you're dusting off things, as you all should be doing at this time, things are ramping up more and more in so many different areas. But food and water in your life are the three critical parts here. Okay, and the best way for you to be prepared ahead of most is taking the time now to do these steps to be prepared. Okay. The time for watching a gazillion videos a day and clickbaiting. Hopefully, you've moved past that. A lot of folks are on 100 different podcasts. 80 of them are probably hitting and missing on the same stories. But you really need to invest the time to make sure you're squared away. You have the things that you need, and the equipment you have works. The equipment you have, what kind of batteries will it take? What kind of recharge is it going to take? Have you read through the manuals to know how it works? There's nothing worse than someone wandering around your house in the middle of the night, and instead of putting on your Bubba vest and just wandering out, if you have night vision or thermal, knowing how it works to stay protected while you determine who it is, how many, and so forth. Okay. And that should be all part of your security plan. So, hey, I hope this helped you out in some way. Again, as Patriot Jonathan Hollerman always says, plan for the worst, hope for the best, and let God sort out the rest. Right? So stay safe out there. Keep your head on a swivel. Keep preparing. Keep building plans. No matter how painful it is, I'm telling you, you're going to need them. Okay? And if you like this video, hit like, leave comments down below. If you would like me to email it to you, please let me know. And don't forget to count your blessings. And as always, don't forget to give thanks for the blessings in our life. Till next time, Bravo Echo out.